What's up, Bills Mafia? I got your stock up and your stock down following the Bills' 24-21 win over the New England Patriots this past Sunday. But before we get to that, let's get to that intro.
That means that we punched our ticket to go try to win a Super Bowl, and that's it. We got one game at a time starting at 1 o'clock on Sunday. Love y'all, boys. Love you. Love you. I'll go to war with every single one of you, every game, all right? Love you, 1-7. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Win.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have your doubts, not what I'm about, have your fucking cloud. It be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, bitch I'm legend bound, can't stop me now. You don't wanna fuck with me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. 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 It's showtime.
What's up, Bills Mafia? This is Tommy here from Mafia Sports Report. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell because I always forget to tell you what is going on, Bills Mafia. I hope you're having a good Christmas Eve. Tomorrow is Christmas, and I will be doing a live stream for the games that are on tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a watch-along, so if you want, come join me. If not, it is what it is. But anyways, I got your stock up and your stock down following the Bills' 24-21 win over the New England Patriots. Let's go ahead and get to that right now. All right, here we go. Once again, shout out to Bills Wire for creating this article. And as you guys know, I always add my own stock up, stock down, and I don't always agree with Bills Wire and their stock up, stock down. So let's see what they got. All right, here we go. Stock up, running back James Cook. I agree. As mentioned above, Cook did everything that was asked of him, especially in a game where star quarterback Josh Allen needed to have his elbow looked at. Cook got it done on the ground and through the air and has now run for at least 100 yards in 2 consecutive games for the first time this season. Listen, man, I know you guys think I, don't like James Cook or I hate James Cook. That is far from the truth. I think James Cook is a very good running back. I do. I don't think the Bills use him enough, and that's probably why he's not a top 5 running back like you guys think he is. However, I do think he's a top 10 running back, and I think that's fair to say. I think he's right there hitting the 10 spot. But they need to get him a little bit more involved, especially in this game. If you watch that game, I felt like James Cook was running good in the first half, and they kind of went away from it in the second half. They also did not really pass, they didn't get him involved in the passing game after the touchdown. So it's like, I don't understand sometimes what Joe Brady's doing with the running backs, because I want to see Ray Davis more involved. I want to see Ty Johnson more involved in both the run and pass game. But I will say this. I was a little upset following that game, our performance, and I think a lot of Bills Mafia was. But hearing what Josh Allen had to say post-game, I felt a little bit better about this offense. Not so much the defense, but I felt a little bit better because I said post-game, I felt like that game plan was very, very vanilla, right? Very basic, preseason almost football. That's what the game felt like. Even the players, you could just tell they really weren't having fun, and it was a home game. I think that was the plan, and I felt that way at the time, and really, honestly, Josh Allen pretty much said so after the game. They're not showing their cards right now. They're not showing their arsenal, their playbook, their full playbook, and I get that. They're saving that for the playoffs. Totally understand. So it made me feel a little bit better because I was like, man, how can they go from scoring over 40 against the Lions to 24 against the Patriots. And listen, this is no bash on the Patriots. The Patriots, no matter what's a division game, and the Patriots aren't as bad as their record says. I think Drake May is going to be a really good quarterback. We'll see what year 2 does for him. Every quarter, year 2 is always the where you see where a quarterback is headed, a young quarterback. But so far, so good. And they have a hell of a corner in Christian Gonzalez. So, listen, that team is heading in the right direction. We'll see what happens. But either way, we should have. I really feel like if we put our full playbook out there, not our, whatever that was, preseason playbook, we would have scored more than 24 points, in my opinion. But listen, at the end of the day, they got the dub. That's all that matters. And yeah, James Cook was really the reason why we won that game, in my opinion. I mean, if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns, we'd be in a little bit of trouble. So let's get to the next. All right, here we go. Stock down, Bills passing game. Okay, I'm with that. Regardless of the fact that Allen had to be looked at for a bruised elbow, the Bills' passing offense left something to be desired against New England pass defense that has given up big plays all season. Allen completed just 16 passes out of 29 attempts for 154 yards, with his leading receiver being James Cook with just 26 yards receiving. And yes, that was just awful. And that was something I mentioned post-game. Receiving, I mean, James Cook leading the way with 26 yards. Like, guys, that's disgusting. That's about as ugly as a stat line as you're going to get. Our leading receivers are running back at 26 yards. Mac Hollins was second with 25. Knox 22. Khalil Shakir 22. Ray Davis 17. Ray Davis had as much as Keon Coleman with 17. Dalton Kincaid 15 yards. Amari Cooper 10. Nothing for Dawson Knox. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Dawson Knox had 2 for 22. Apologize. But Ty Johnson went from a 100-yard receiving game against the Lions. Nothing. Got nothing. 1 pass attempt, he didn't even get it. So Amari Cooper, who I thought was going to have a bounce-back game because he didn't really do much in the Lions game, nothing. 10 yards on two targets, 1 reception. I mean, that is just ugly stat lines. So, yeah, the passing game was not there. Now, once again, could that go back to the play calling and that it was very basic, very vanilla, very preseason football? Probably. Maybe so. But I will say this. It's kind of concerning a little bit because we're still technically fighting for that 1 spot. Like, we're technically still have an opportunity to get the 1 spot in the AFC heading into the playoffs, which means a bye week, which is very important. So I don't know why you would risk it when we still have the opportunity to get that 1 seed. Is it slim? Sure, slim chance. But is it still possible? Of course. The Chiefs are playing 3 games in 11 days, okay? They're playing tomorrow. They just finished playing. It's a rough patch for them. At Pittsburgh, not an easy place to play. I know. Listen, I give Pittsburgh. I believe they lost this weekend, didn't they? But that's a tough place to play. I don't feel like Chiefs are dominating on offense right now. They're not. They're struggling. But yeah, they lost 34-17 against the Ravens. But that was at Baltimore. You all know Pittsburgh beat Baltimore a while back in Pittsburgh. So Pittsburgh's not a bad team, 10-5. They got something to play for too. I think Pittsburgh wins. I do. I really do. And if they don't win, I think they're going to give them a dogfight. But I have Pittsburgh winning that game. And then Chiefs go and play Denver in Denver. It's not over. It's not over. I will say this. Bills fans, very important. Watch Wednesday's game. We need the Chiefs to lose. Chiefs lose, boy, oh boy. The Bills better not bring out that vanilla playbook against the Jets. It's a division game. Anything can happen. I look how close the Patriots game was. The Bills need to win that game. It's, like I said, if the Chiefs lose tomorrow, you better. I don't give a fuck what you got to do. You get that dub, and then it's all about the following week. and then we'll see. But don't fuck around and go out and throw that bullshit out there that you did against the Patriots, especially if the Chiefs win. I mean, if the Chiefs lose, sorry. So we'll see. All right, next up, stock up Cole Bishop. Yeah. Listen, honestly, I wouldn't put him here, but I wouldn't put him on a stock down either. But let's read it. I didn't think his performance deserved a stock up. I don't think it deserved a stock down. But due to injuries to players like Taylor Rapp and DeMar Hamlin, Bishop had to step in against a Patriots team that has some capable receivers. Bishop made some key tackles to prevent plays from becoming bigger, and he was solid in the run game, including an important tackle for loss in a contest that came down to the last few minutes. Once again, yeah, I don't know about that one. Stock down Ed Oliver. I agree. Like, he was a no-show. Oliver's role as a run stopper and as a player that routines draw double teams usually leads him to not putting him huge numbers due to him opening things up for his teammates. However, with how comfortable Drake May was in the pocket or how well Ramon Stevenson was able to run the football, it seems that Oliver did not have the kind of impact in Buffalo's run defense that he normally does. Yeah, Ed Oliver, I got to say, really, honestly, it didn't look like anyone came to play against the Patriots. It just seemed like they're just out there, let's just get this over with and call it a day, right? Like, and I felt no energy from both sides. Offense, very low energy. Defense, very low energy. It just seemed like, hey, man, like, let's not get hurt. Let's get the dub, though. But let's not lay everything on the line. Like, let's just take it a little easy. That's how I felt. There was no energy there. None. And that's rare for this team this year. Like, especially on offense. The players have been, having fun. Like, you can see their body language and nothing. I got nothing out of that team Sunday. Just let's just get home. That's how I felt that team was. All right, next up, stock up Buffalo's defense. Okay. First half, no. Stock down. Second half, sure, stock up. No problem. So I'm on the fence with this. And I think that's fair, right? Gave up 14 points right away to the Patriots. I'm sorry. I understand Drake May is doing a good job this year as a rookie, but stop it. Stop it. You could do better than that. Okay? Giving up 14, down 14 to the Patriots at home, it's unacceptable. Now, the second half, yes, they did a much better job. Obviously, they gave up one touchdown. That was it. So, but it has to be better than that. I'm sorry. Against a bad team like the Patriots? No. While Buffalo's defense had a shaky start to the game by allowing New England to begin the contest with a 14-0 lead, which I just said, they clamped down in the second half to keep the Patriots in check, enough to get back in the game. Sure, the Bills should be beating this version of New England by more than 3 points, but one would like to think that the offense will be better next time. I agree. The offense obviously was not on their A game, but that's what I'm talking about right there, folks. The offense has to be perfect, like, in order for us to, like, be in a game, like, to win a game. Bro, this is the Patriots we're talking about. This isn't a playoff team. Imagine if the offense isn't having their perfect football game. You think the defense is really going to only allow 21 points? No. You know what they're going to do? They're going to give up, like, over 30-plus points. Like they did against the Rams, like they did against the Lions. Like they've been doing a lot this season by giving up a ton of points. Like, now look, I'm not saying they're the worst. I'm not saying that. They're in the middle of the pack. If you look at the Bills defense, I think they're, 20th rank, 17, 20, somewhere around there. They're in their middle somewhere. But that's not very good. Like, I mean, that's not, for us having a defensive-minded head coach, by the way, you would think the defense would be better. By the way, I do want to mention something. Do you know Poona Ford is having, like, his best year as a player? A guy that that McDermott just decided that, hey, I'm just going to make him inactive every single week. Tim Settle, another guy that's flourishing after he left Buffalo. I don't know what it is with McDermott and the defensive line. I can't get it right. Corner, safety, sure. He's good with those. But defensive line, McDermott's had some issues, boy. But yeah, going back, on a season. Look, I'm not saying it's all bad, but you gave up 28 points to Arizona week 1. You gave up 20 to the Jets. Come on, it's the Jets, man. You gave up 27 to Miami at home. 20 to the Colts, fine. 21 to the Chiefs, fine. I can live with that. 42 to the Rams. 44 to the Rams. 42 against the Lions. 21 against the Patriots. Gotta do better. And I know I'm nitpicking there. I get it. But my whole point is, if you're going against these top tier teams, and I'd even mention Baltimore. I'm sorry, 35. We gave up 35 against Baltimore. So look at the better offenses, right? I'm just going to throw this out here on our schedule that we played, the good offenses. Arizona, I would say it depends what Arizona team shows up that day. They showed up against Buffalo that day. We gave up 28 in a close game, okay? Baltimore, we gave up 35. And look, our offense was not clicking. Defense did not help. We got 10 points on offense, which, by the way, I get that. You're not going to win many games with just 10 points. So I'll give them a pass there. The offense was just not in sync in that game. But still gave up 35 points to Baltimore, which is a good offensive team. Miami Dolphins at home. Tua just got back. I think it was second game back. 27 points. Came down to a 61-yard field goal to win the game against Miami, who was terrible. It's been terrible. I don't care if Tua got back. 27. But you see, that's a good offensive team there. I get it. They're a good offensive team, but we still give up a shit ton of points. And then here we go again. The Rams, good offensive team, gave up 44. The Lions, good offensive team, gave up 42. Got to be better. The defense has to step up in the playoffs a little. That's all I'm asking. Just a little bit. Get us a cushion. The offense, but once again, the offense has to be on their A game. I really, truly believe that. For us to reach a Super Bowl, the offense has to be, pretty much almost perfect, guys. And I think Josh Allen needs to pretty much be Superman the whole playoffs. He's going to have to be with this defense. This is probably, I would say, the worst defense under McDermott since he's been our coach. Really, it really is. This is about as poor as I've seen this defense play. Now, I'm not saying it's terrible defense, but this is definitely the worst I've seen under McDermott, and I think you guys can agree with that. All right, let's get to the next one because I'm rambling on about McDermott again. I don't want to get down that rabbit hole. Stock down, wide receiver Khalil Shakir. Yeah, and this is probably the first time I've seen him on this list, and I have to agree, he did not play well. Couple drop passes. He just was not looking like him. It seemed like Shakir and Josh Allen were not working on the same wavelength throughout this game, and it showed in how each player performed. Allen was inefficient, and Shakir's impact relatively small compared to someone like James Cook. But that could also be a result of how Buffalo committed to running the football whenever possible. And that's the end of that article. Shakir just, I don't know what, like I said, man, I think the players just were not feeling that game, man. And it could have been just because the coaching staff and Joe Brady, Sean McDermott's game plan was just to, let's not, let's get a vanilla type playbook in there. Let's not show our cards because the playoffs are right around the corner. Let's just try to get out of here injury free. We think we could, run this playbook and get by against the Patriots. And they did. If you saw, we had a lot of players out that probably could have played, but they didn't want to risk it. And I get it. they felt like they could still win that game without some key players really on defense. So, yeah, and I mean, if you look at the snap count, like Amari Cooper's way low. Like, it shows me right there that they didn't value this game. Like, they felt like they could win without key players, that they could win without having to show their full playbook. And they did. So you have to give them that. That's why I kind of feel a little bit better after hearing Josh Allen's comments about them not really using their playbook. Pretty much their full playbook, right? They pretty much used a preseason playbook. So I feel a little bit better, like I said. So let's get to some more stock up, stock down. I would say stock down to the coaching staff, especially Sean McDermott, because we still have an opportunity to get the 1 seed. And you really do, that decision you made by keeping players out, by calling, having Brady call pretty much a vanilla type playbook, almost cost us. It almost cost us. And you can't be losing to the Patriots, especially, like I said, when you still have an opportunity to get the 1 seed. He really took a gamble there. Luckily, we won. We won, but that is a risky play. Oh, Princess saying hello to you guys. Well, hello. So, anyways, stock down for the coaching staff. I did not like that. Especially, by the way, Smiley, terrible. What a terrible special teams coach he is. God awful. I mean, once again, another blown punt coverage. Like, what is he doing? So bad. And I think McDermott even called him out finally because of that. I mean, but by the way, on the fake punt, like, what are we doing here? It's unreal how he still has a job as a special teams coach here. Maybe he won't in the offseason. I don't know. But right now, it is what it is. He's our coach, special teams coach. So, but yeah, stock down. I didn't like the decisions. I didn't like any of the coaching decisions heading into that game. Stock up. Who do I got stock up for? There's really not a lot, guys. I got to be honest with you. Tyler Bass, I believe he made a 50-yard field goal in that game. That was good, right? Right. So, and he was perfect on his extra points. So Tyler Bass, I believe was, let's see here, Tyler Bass 1 for 1 for the 50-yard. He was 3 for 3 on the extra points. So, and also stock up Sam Martin. Although Sam Martin did good. He had a 56-yard punt, and that he punts inside the 20. He had 2 of them. He only had 1 touchback, so he did a good job. I felt like, other than that, guys, like, I just was not. This was a tough game to watch, and let's hope we play better against the Jets, especially if the Chiefs lose. Got to. So, anyways, Bills Mafia. I will be live tomorrow, like I said, and you see her. She's right there. Princess probably be rocking with me, right, Princess? I know you will be. So, Bills Mafia. I love you, and as always, go Bills. I'm out of here. Peace. Say go Bills, Princess. Later, guys.